Hello everybody, and welcome to this new series that I'm going to put together, which is called First Appearances of the Week. And I'll take every first appearance that came out this week, and I'll rank them based on spec potential and coolness of the character. So without further ado, let's take a look at the comics that came out this week, and rank them based on their coolness, and by first appearances. So number 7 on our list today is The Incredible Hulk number 3, which has the first appearance of Brother Deep. And Brother Deep is this monster character that's in here with Hulk that Hulk battles. So there he is. There's Brother Deep, and Hulk has a fight with him. And I put this one as 7 because, as though it's a cool looking character, it's just a monster that Hulk fights, and I do not think we will see him again. So I put this one as number 7. Although Hulk was one of the best issues this week, so the series as a whole is really good, but as the character spec potential, I put this one as number 7. Number 6 on our list is Wolverine number 36, which is the Weapons of Vengeance Part 3. And the reason why this is on here, because it's the first appearance of hybrid Wolverine. He's on the cover. It's a mix of Wolverine and Ghost Rider. I think he's going to be mainly in the next issue because he kind of cameoed in here. So as you can see in here, Wolverine gets captured, he gets the helmet put back on him, and then at the end of the issue, he comes out and he gets the hybrid Wolverine. They call him Hell Wolverine, so he's a mix of Ghost Rider and Wolverine. I think this character is really cool. We get really a tease for him here, and we don't really see his full potential until next issue. But I think he's a cool character. But I rank him number 6 because this is the only time we're probably going to see him. He probably won't show up later on. He's a very cool character, and I like Wolverine. I like Ghost Rider, but I think that he's only going to appear in this issue. So for that, very cool character. And the series is pretty good, but because of that potential, I put it at number 6. Number 5, we have Action Comics Doomsday Special number 1. And this is here because it has the first appearance of the Doom Hounds. Now, they don't appear in the main story. There's 2 stories. The first story here is a Doomsday-based story. And then we have to go to the second story here, which has the appearance of the Doom Hounds. So, here, which I believe his name might be Wrath. I think he's Wrath. I think his name is Wrath. And here you see the Doomsday pups here, and they're the Doomsday Hounds. So they are Hounds of Doomsday. They play a main part in this issue. They're pretty cool, hybrids dogs that are Doomsday. So pretty cool characters there. They say that this will be continued in Action Comics, so we might see them again. I would actually say can guarantee you'd see it again, and because they have pretty good spec potential there, I would say that this is a good one, but we don't know how good they're going to take off, and DC's hit or miss, so we're going to have to say for this one be number 5, although they're very cool looking. Number 4 on my list is Night Terror's Night's End, which is a number 1, and it has the first appearance of Dr. Hate. Now, the Night Terror's series as a whole, hit and miss. Some issues were good, some issues weren't. The tie-ins weren't that great, but you know, this is the end of it, so I was happy to see it go because I'm ready to get back into the DC swing of things. But we do get a first appearance of a character, Dr. Hate, and it's more like a cameo. He only appears in the last part here. So there's a follow-up epilogue story in the back with Amanda Waller, and we get a tease of a new character, and then she asks what his name is, and then we get Dr. Hate. So Dr. Hate, there he is right there. He's pretty cool looking. He's like the evil version of Dr. Fate. And even though he probably could have used a better name besides Dr. Hate, but what are you going to do? We will see him again because they're teasing a next event called Beast World, so we will see him again. So for that sense, and he looks like he'd be a cool threat, let's hope. So I have this one ranked at number 4 for a cool appearance, and I would like to see more of him too. So fingers crossed that he shows up being pretty good. Number 3 on the list, we have The Devil's Cut by Dastardly Comics. And this is not a first appearance of a character, but it is the first published appearance of Dastardly Comics. So I figured it'd be cool to showcase on this. And basically what this is it's a $10 comic, and it has all these short horror stories from these creators. So we got James Tynion, Mark Brandena, Elsa Charter, Stephanie Phillips, Mirka Aldoth, Jock, Brian Azzarello, Scott Snyder, Jamie McAvell, Ram V, and Becky Cullen. So all of them have like short stories here that are like maybe a couple pages or 2, and they all deal with like a horror base, for the most part, horror/sci-fi base. So I think when it comes to spec potential, this is the first, just like when Image and Dark Horse released their number ones, this is the first of the company, so it's pretty cool to pick up. It's got great creators on it, and with a $10 price tag, I think this is something that can go up in value later on. So I'm going to say this is a good one to pick up this week. It comes in number 3 for me. Number 2 on my list is Star Wars The Mandalorian number 3, which has the first appearance of Bo-Katan in a standardized comic book, and the 2 other Mandalorians, Axel Woods and I forgot the other one's name. But you can't go wrong with Star Wars, and Bo-Katan has been a popular character, especially for Star Wars recently, with her showing up in The Mandalorian. So she appears. This is her first. She did have a first appearance in some Dark Horse for the Clone Wars show, but this is her first standard appearance in a standard comic. So there she is, Bo-Katan, and her 2 Mandalorians. They are also first appearance in this issue, so you have 3 first appearances in here. Star Wars first appearances are always take off. I feel like the Mandalorian issue here is something that not a lot of people are going to pick up because it is just an adaptation. So this is the adaptation of Season 2, Episode 3. It's the full adaptation from start to finish. Nothing new. So, as you can see, adapted. It's just the episode adapted into comic form. Sped up a little bit, but nothing new. So, but in case of Star Wars first appearances, I feel like always take off, and I feel like they're always sought after. So I think this is a good one to bet on, because Bo-Katan, I think we'll see a lot of her in the future, especially with Mandalorian going forward. They set her up in Season 3 as a main character, so you can't go wrong with this one. It comes in number 2 on this list. But number 1 on my list, come on, how can I not? The Facsimile Giant Size X-Men number 1, which has the first team appearance of the new X-Men. It has the first appearance of Storm, first appearance of Colossus, first appearance of Nightcrawler, and first appearance of Warpath. And it's Wolverine's second appearance, so it's the first time as the new X-Men team plus the first appearance of them. And although this isn't the true first appearance because it's a facsimile reprint, I feel like the facsimile reprints always hold value for the most part, and especially this one, Giant Size X-Men, is one of the most popular, not only X-Men titles, but one of the most popular Marvel comics of all time. So I think that it will hold its value, and I mean, it's a little pricey. It's $8 for it, but you get the whole ads and everything. So the whole ads are reprinted. Like you pick this back up in the day when it came out, which was, I believe, 78. Might have been 78. So when this one came out, and has the exact issue as it was printed back in there with ads and everything, as you can see, seeing this Wolverine there. Very nice. And if you never read All New X-Men, I suggest you read it. It's probably one of the best X-Men. Besides the first appearance, it's one of the best X-Men comics of all time. So I put this one up as number 1 because the new X-Men are iconic. This is a great issue, one of Chris Claremont's best, and it starts the appearance of the new X-Men going forward. So those were all the first appearances that came out this week. Let me know if you guys read any of them. Let me know what you thought of them, and which first appearance you could pick up this week. And I will see you guys next week with more first appearances. And until then, happy reading.